Hello, my name is Dwayne Kimball, owner and founder of KMD 89 VA Claims Consulting, Leave No Vet Behind, and also I'm a United States Army veteran. Today I'm bringing you another educational video as it pertains to the VA disability compensation claims process. Today I'm going to be talking about why is it important right now to file a claim for tinnitus, and why do veterans get denied service connection for one of the easiest claims. But before we get into today's video, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification button, and don't forget to share this video with your fellow veterans. Also, you can follow me on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So, today's video, why is it important to file your claim for tinnitus now? And also, why do veterans get denied? And this is one of the easiest claims to win. So let's go with the first question. Why is it important to file a claim for tinnitus right now, if you already have it? The VA came out last month, and you've probably seen a lot of videos out here on YouTube where they're proposing to remove tinnitus from the rating schedule under its current diagnostic code, which means tinnitus will have to be an underlying condition to something else. Okay, so for example, if you claim hearing loss and tinnitus right now, they can deny the hearing loss but still grant the tinnitus. Okay, the VA also stated that you have until April 18th to leave some comments. So we don't know when they're going to implement these proposed changes, or if they're going to do it at all. Now, this video is not about those changes. It's about the importance, because your time is shrinking, okay? Let's just assume, I always just assume that the VA is going to implement these, go ahead and implement these changes. And if they do, and you haven't filed your claim, you're going to be left out in the cold. It's going to be that much harder. So that's why it's important to go ahead and get that claim in right away. Now, why do veterans get denied? I've been talking in meetings, so many veterans that have gotten denied for this, one of the easiest, in my opinion, one of the easiest claims to win. And when talking with veterans, I noticed two things. They don't know what acoustic trauma is, or they do not know how to reasonably articulate their acoustic trauma as it pertains to their military service. So I'm going to start by giving you my personal example. I was in the United States Army. I was a 13 Charlie, which is attack fire operations specialist. I worked in field artillery, but I worked in the fire direction center. Did not work directly on the gun line. I remember one day, I can't remember if I was leaving battalion headquarters or the PX, and I was going down to the motor pool. I was stationed in Letwood Barracks in Schweinfurt, Germany, and I was going through the main gate of our motor pool and had to walk by the gun line. And I remember they were firing these guns up, and it was loud, okay, real loud. So as I'm walking by, one of these guns fired up, and I mean, I just went deaf in my left ear, and I started hearing a loud ringing in my right ear. And all of a sudden, I heard this high-pitched ring in my left ear, and it stayed there for a few minutes. And when I got somewhere quiet, I could hear my both ears continuing to ring. And then when I went home that night, it was more amplified, okay? And over the years, it continuously got a little bit worse, a little bit worse, a little bit worse, and now I still have ringing in ears. My ears are ringing right now, okay? So when I filed a claim and I went to that CMP exam, that's exactly what I explained to that examiner, okay? And then you have some VA employees saying, well, telling some veterans, well, we didn't request the exam because your MOS is on low probability. Okay. And some of those MOSs, like people that work in supply, cooks, PAC personnel, administration that handle all your paperwork, and some medics. Guess what? All four of those MOSs are assigned, they have individuals assigned to combat arms units, whether it be field artillery, infantry, or armor. When we go to the range, qualified, they go to the range. When we go out for live maneuvers, they go out to the field, okay? When we go down to the motor pool, they have vehicles as well. So they're exposed to acoustic trauma just like we are. But again, they're not able to reasonably articulate it, all right? So I think that's a lot of veterans' downfall. One, they don't know what acoustic trauma is, and they don't know how to reasonably articulate it to their particular examiner when they go to that C&P exam. So I just gave you a personal, one of my personal experience and how I reasonably articulate it. Now, every examiner is different. Audiologist is different. Every VA employee is different. They may look at this information differently. They may look at mine different than yours and yours different from mine, vice versa, okay? But at the end of the day, it's up to the veteran to be educated on how to reasonably articulate their acoustic trauma as it pertains to their MOS and their military experience. Whether you were in the Navy, you worked on the flight deck, if you were in the Air Force and you worked directly on the flight line, if you were in the Coast Guard and worked on one of the cutters, or if you were a Marine infantryman, or whatever, it's up to you, the veteran, to be educated on how to reasonably articulate his or her symptomology, okay? So think about the example that I just gave you, and then go back and think about your military experience, okay? But again, now is the time to get that claim in, because again, we don't know if the VA is going to implement that proposed change as it pertains to tinnitus. If they do, and you haven't got your claim in, it's going to be that much harder to get service connected for it, okay? So it's going to go from one of the easiest claims or conditions to get service connected to probably one of the hardest claims to get service connected for, okay? So definitely keep that in mind. Stop dragging your feet, get educated, and get that claim in now, okay? With that being said, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification button. Don't forget to share this video with your fellow veterans, and I'm going to link the other videos right here, it should be coming up now, to the other proposed changes for the mental health and the respiratory, okay? So again, like, subscribe, hit that notification button, and I'll see you in my next educational video. Thank you.